The newest episode of Harley Quinn had come out a few days ago, and this time around, Harley and Ivy use the time sphere and visit the future to learn of a pending apocalypse, and they learn that they have a daughter living through that apocalypse, but not all as it seems with her, as she has nefarious plans for the both of them. Now, this is probably the most bonkers episode so far I've seen this season. The fact that Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy time travels to another universe, it seems, or the future of their own universe, and they came across their own daughter that they have together, and they both are starting to feel all motherly all of a sudden, and it was all around insane to watch. I just don't know if it's a little too much or not enough, because the character of Harley Quinn, I expect insanity, I expect really out there plot lines that maybe not make sense all the time. Harley Quinn having a mental breakdown or thinking of so many crazy ideas that will probably work or not work at the time, mostly from improvisation. So something like this I would probably accept as a pretty funny and hilarious Harley Quinn episode. I just don't know if the show gave this plotline enough time. It's going to be explored more, so it seems, but in this episode specifically, and the plotline of them having a daughter in the future, I think they could have explored a little bit more of that. Explore more of the characters themselves, how they're dealing with having a child, or knowing that they're going to have a child one day, and how they're going to be able to raise it, how they talk about it. Sure, they do talk about that stuff, but there's other stuff going on in the episode, like Joker getting canceled and being pushed out from villainy when he really wants to get back into it, and that's because Barbara Gordon is trying to take him down and expose him as a fraud. Like, that stuff is entertaining and engaging to watch, and pretty funny at times, especially with the character of Joker, who I love watching here in this show. But I really do wish they could have explored more of the apocalyptic future here. And it only comes up in the halfway point, I think, of the episode, and it gets intercut with stuff from the Joker. I just don't know if this episode did enough with this plot line. I wish it could have done more, have us explore more. It basically gave us the bare minimum of what we could expect for this plot line and how the characters will interact with some of these future people here. And I will admit, the punchline of Robin being this fat, overweight person who caused apocalypse is pretty hilarious. Still, I think I would have preferred the entire episode to be like that. Something like the first few scenes started off instead of like having it start much later in the episode. I think you could have done a whole lot more insane stuff with this plot line. But overall, this was still a very enjoyable episode. I just wish it could have done more with its premise, is all I'm saying. And I hope in the next episode they explore more of that kind of idea, because I think this idea is pretty hilarious and I would love to see more of it. But all in all, I really enjoyed this one, and I think this is one worth checking out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys next time.